My name is Gwydion Lashley Walton. I am a senior at the University of North Carolina, Asheville. My major is business management, and this is my 5th year at school. Today I want to discuss my internship experience. For the summer of 2019, between June and July, I helped an organization called Veterans Healing Farm. This nonprofit is a safe place for veterans to come and learn different aspects of farming, gardening, medicinal remedy making, flower cultivation, and permaculture. It is located at 19 Massey Lane, Hendersonville, North Carolina. When I started, the nonprofit needed someone who could direct video interviews and other video content, take photos of interesting aspects of the nonprofit, and market content on social media in order to get the nonprofit more reach and engagement. Reach is defined as impressions, which is basically the amount of times your content is displayed online, while engagement is the amount of likes and shares your content receives. My project deliverable was a chart showing the amount of social media influence I have helped the nonprofit gain. In order to show this, I created a chart for reach and a chart for engagement, putting both on a single Word document page. Then for each chart, I started at June 1st, 12 days before I started posting, and edited at July 20th. The latest I felt I could stop collecting data before delivering the project on the 24th. These charts show the rises and falls of reach and engagement a little before and during my time there. I learned how to use Hootsuite to schedule posts. I learned that on Hootsuite you can't make a post with 2 or more photos. The website doesn't seem to allow it. I also learned what kinds of angles are good for social media. I started really using the rule of thirds, which is essentially when you take photos and make sure the subject matter isn't directly in the center of the shot. I learned how to use my old camera and the nonprofit's new camera. I also learned how much easier it is to use a phone for social media than a camera, because a camera may take higher quality photos than a phone, but it also requires you to crop the image on Hootsuite in order to use for social media, while a phone doesn't. This means if you take a photo with a camera and it's great, you may not be able to use it because you'll have to crop a large chunk of it off. I learned about keeping captions simple and concise. Basically, if you make the captions too complicated or poetic or unique, then people will start expecting that kind of caption repeatedly in the future. This was something that the host wouldn't be able to do once I left the nonprofit, so I started keeping captions more concise. Finally, I learned about the importance of making posts look as flawless as possible in order to avoid any and all criticism. My host calls it giving the Photoshop smile. What he meant was people on social media will always try to criticize even the smallest of mistakes just because it's fun to do. So the biggest thing to watch out for as a social media marketer is mistakes in quality and information. In summary, my internship taught me the importance of keeping posts clean, of being timely, and of being a professional. I want to thank the host, John Massey, and his co-workers, Sequoia Arbuckle and Justin Brill, for helping me through this wonderful learning experience. Thank you.